off the breeze. Barry was talking about it being a little fluky down there, Bobby.
Well, it can be, because on the MCG you can score at both ends of the ground, but it does get very blustery. It blows around almost in a circle because of the stands, but it doesn't prevent you from scoring, but it does make it hard sometimes to put kicks on line, and you'll often see players miss-kick or do kicks that they would normally not do because of those blustery conditions.
Peter, which was your favourite end, kicking for goal?
I don't think it made any difference. As Bob said, Dennis, at this particular ground, you can score either end. This is the greatest football ground in Australia. There's no doubt about that. It's a great service, great size. Hawthorn played this ground very, very well. A completely different game you play here to Waverley, and Hawthorn, you know, not so good at Waverley, but a much better side here. But I think forget the ground. I think the two great sides, the two best sides in the VFL are out there today, and I'm really disappointed Dunstall's not playing to make it, you know, that 100% even. But I think we're in for one of the classic contests in football.
Who will mark Kernahan today?
I'm inclined to think Mew. I think that Mew will start at centre half back and Langford will stay at full back. Langford's had a pretty good record, but I felt that those couple of marks in that second semi that Kernahan did take when he dropped back there really made a difference, and I'd be inclined to pick Mew to pick up Kernahan. Carlton, winners of 14 premierships. That's equal top in the VFL with Essendon. Runners-up 11 times. Hawthorn 6 premierships, 4 times runners-up. We're just about set for the national anthem. Michael Williamson is standing by. And what a scene it is. Hawthorn, coached by Alan Jeames. A chance to etch their names into the record books as the first Hawthorn side to win back-to-back premierships. For Carlton, they've been there many times before, as I mentioned, back-to-back premierships to start the 80s. But not many of this side shared those glory days. There's one of the Warriors, centre screen, Kenny Hunter.
A bit of the old acquaintance being sung in the crowds, typical of the English soccer crowds, Dennis, and the crowd are really getting with the atmosphere of this match. Atmosphere absolutely electric. There's a shot of the crowd, and well, capacity crowd, as you said earlier, and those players, I think there'd be a few nerves at this stage, Bob.
Well, I would think they would not be human if they didn't have nerves. You know, 100,000 people all looking down on you, and the pressure that is on each of those players. There'll be mistakes made early, because there is in every grand final a little bit of nerves, a little bit of fumbles from trying to gain possession of that ball, and the pressure that's applied from both sides. The greatest improvement in the game, as we've often discussed, has been in the tackling, and this does cause a few mistakes. And there's sure to be a few early. It'll be the side that settles down early in the piece, but that might not make a big difference, because remember the second semi-final, Hawthorn went to a 33-point lead at one stage in the third quarter, and Carlton were able to come back. Conditions in this, Dennis mentioned earlier, the couple of weeks with a 30-degree temperature, a couple of weeks rest during the finals must be a big plus, but then it's Hawthorn that they're playing.
Yes, to our friends in the United States, no strike here. Of course, the NFL is on strike over there, and this is being taken live across the USA. And what a day it is. Not many stadiums in the world can hold this sort of crowd.
Our players wouldn't dare go on strike.
Perhaps we're not talking about the same sort of money, although some of them could be. That man in centre screen earns his corn, Stephen Kernahan. What a star he's been, the captain of the Carlton team.
Number 17 there, Michael Tuck. He is captain of Hawthorn, 34 years of age, originally from Berwick, and he's played 337 games before today, 30 of those finals.
John Dorotich coming across. Behind him, a man who polled so well in the Brownlow medal. 5 first votes, Paul Meldrum.
Well, Paul Meldrum, the man with the blonde hair, we saw a moment ago on screen. Number 23, there's David Rhys-Jones, 22. There's Paul Meldrum now, centre of screen with the blonde hair. Well, Paul Meldrum, 5 best on grounds early in the season, and led the Brownlow medal count, and finished the season in the seconds.
Let's go to Michael Williamson. sport. The start of the VFL Grand Final. Robert Walls, the Carlton coach, anxiously looking on. Michael Tucker's won the toss. Hawthorn are kicking towards the scoreboard end of the ground. And the ground itself in superb condition.